Friends, next line item in my agenda is industry presentation. So I would like to call upon Mr. Ketan Deshpande, the founder and chairman of Fuel Group of Institutions, to kindly take over the stage for his industry presentation. Let's give him a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ketan Deshpande.
As a CSR implementation organization trust working in the sector of education and skill development since 2007, Friends Union for Energizing Lives, FUEL, stems from the understanding that the youth in India form one of the most vulnerable groups, who on the one hand are expected to be the leaders to determine the destiny of India and on the other lack essential information and opportunities to succeed in life. Taking this into account, founder Mr. Ketan Deshpande along with his chief mentor Mr. Santosh Huralikoppi initially began conducting sessions for class 12 students, wherein they provided them thorough assistance on all educational prospects. But over the last 15 plus years, FUEL has scaled up. FUEL also focuses on women empowerment by working towards girls' education and is supporting more than 600,000 girls through scholarships and skilling initiatives.
In past 15 years, we have worked in a way that government, policymakers, CSR partners and industry partners are with us from day one.
I congratulate the entire FUEL team for the remarkable work done by them over the years. Since inception, FUEL has been the guiding light for the future of our youth.
I would like to congratulate the FUEL team for taking up this important endeavor of launching the FUEL Future Skills Institute. I hope that through this endeavor, you will be able to achieve the impact and the momentum that you envision.
All of us in the industry congratulate FUEL for their vision, and they have helped the youth reach newer heights.
I'm glad to see that you have finally achieved the goal you have been working towards so many years.
FUEL has been appreciated by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and Honorable former President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind ji. And FUEL's founder, Mr. Ketan Deshpande, has been awarded the Mahatma Award. FUEL was invited to represent India at Stanford University's Global Entrepreneurship Summit and also had the opportunity to work with the Prime Minister of Poland as well as the First Lady of Uganda. On its quest to empower women, FUEL also contributes to societal welfare by granting scholarships to the girl children of Army Jawans, martyrs and families of Army personnel. FUEL has its presence across 137 Army public schools in India and supports 75,000 plus defence school students and districts under Aspirational District Program by Niti Aayog. Over the course of their existence, Friends Union for Energizing Lives is enabling students to excel by making substantial contributions by partnering with 3,500 plus schools and colleges across India and changing the lives of more than 1.1 million students. FUEL is on a mission to become FUEL Skill Tech and Entrepreneurship University, influencing more lives.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I know you will be in the midst of networking as well as connecting with speakers. So I've done an interesting thing. I will not bore you. I will go straight to your heart. What are your questions for CSR and why are you here today? So if I ask you, how many of you from the social development sector or civil society? Can you raise your hand? Civil society, okay. How many of you from the corporate world and the corporate sector? Fantastic. So let me tell you one story. I started at the age of 19 and I met Dr. Abdul Kalam sir. And he asked me an important question. He said, India has around 15 crore students who reach out at class 12th and pass out. So you should reach minimum 1 crore students. And that's how my journey started. And I asked Dr. Abdul Kalam sir a very fundamental question, ki how as a young person I can reach 1 crore students of India. And he gave a very interesting reply. He said, when a person dies, you get 4 people to carry his rituals. You are a young person, you'll definitely get more than 4. And that's how the journey began, when there was no CSR law, no mandatory law, or no funds availability to start the journey. And I resonate this with what Art of Living is doing. We were all volunteers during those days, trying to do something for the country, for the nation. And suddenly one day I got a call from a leading CEO of India, and who said, Ketan, I want to fund you and I want to give you money. You should go and reach out to 20 lakh students of India. And I said, 20 lakh students of India? It's not possible. And then he said, no, it is possible. I give you the check today. You just go and do it. And at my age of 20, I got a 20 lakh rupee check, which was beyond my imagination, that I can get 20 lakh rupees for an idea. And that too when startups were not there, that too when social NGOs were just getting developed. With this aim in my mind, today I have got 50 crore rupee check from one of our leading philanthropists who said, go and build a university in Pune. And this university will focus on 100% scholarships with free education to the entire students who will be doing. And I'm building that university. I have got the 50 crore check with 20 crores in my pocket, and I'm building that university. But when I ask my parents, my friends, my family members, or my students, or even my batchmates whom I studied with a scholarship in a prestigious Judge Business School at University of Cambridge, my batchmate says it's impossible to get 20 crore rupees from somebody just based on what you are doing. Even if we work for 10 years in IT companies, we will not get that. But this has happened with me, and I'm the live example and product of what can happen. So what's there I want to give you to the NGO sector today and to all of you is not to speak much about my work and what I am doing, but that will be like self-promotion and self-marketing. But I want to give you what I have learned in last 10 years, which can help each one of you to grow your venture or to make your idea into reality. And I am being mentored by various leaders of the industry. Some of my mentors are in the audience. I've been very glad to share with you. Pratyush sir has been supporting me from so many years in my fuel journey. Santosh is here, who is my chief mentor, who has supported me being a CEO from an IT company and trying to do it. So what I feel is, if you do a good work, community will back you. So don't go beyond those funds and conferences, but go behind your work, which will speak most. And I got the youngest Ashoka Fellowship in 2012. This was given to social entrepreneurs who can give money. And let me tell you, Kailash Satyarthi was an Ashoka Fellow, Dr. Bedi was an Ashoka Fellow, Arvind Kejriwal was an Ashoka Fellow. So there is a long-lasting legacy of Ashoka Fellows, and we are around 1,600 Ashoka Fellows in 140 countries, and we are trying to make the difference in the community by doing the grassroots work. When I started this, in 2017, I also got the Honorable Prime Minister of India's Champions of Change Award, and after that, the journey began. So what I want to tell to the civil society members today, start your journey. Don't think too much that all money will come at one stage. People will curse you. People will ask you impact questions. People will say, change the life in 1 rupee, which they themselves would not be able to do it in 1,000 rupees. But the most complex social problems will be given by the society to you to solve. And you are the most social entrepreneurs who are supposed to spend all your money by 31st March. You are supposed to be the superhuman being of the country to solve the most social complex problem by tip of doing something. The Prime Minister of India is not able to solve the education crisis or the skilling crisis. The cabinet is not able to spend the money by 31st March. State governments are not able to spend, but you as civil society are supposed to do that. And that is what I think you all have to really do it. So when the Honorable Prime Minister wrote to me, he wrote to me that this initiative of Fuel to provide career guidance and support should be very important and should excel in the society and the sections of the youth. And that's the power. When you do the social innovation on the grassroots, the country's top leader appreciates you and gives you. This is not to back my work, but to tell you that if you do a creative work in the society, there are people and leaders who can support you. So what I am going to share with you is not about my work, but to share with you that 63% of the total large Indian projects are going into CSR, 30% of them are going in pan-India. So don't say that I am from the smallest geography of the country, so I will not get support, or mine is a smallest social problem in the country which will not get attention. It will get attention if you have the correct problem. The spend on education is amazing. Just give me 2 minutes to sum up. The Maharashtra and Karnataka are two leading states, and we are in Karnataka. The investment by ITS companies is huge. Speaking about the top recipients, education, healthcare, and poverty and environment sustainability is also there. And the last but not the least, what I want to ask you is that the CSR, along with the employment crisis of the young people, we see internet businesses are growing fast. And as a result of which, if you give young people with the technology, with the skills of domain and integration, the young people in our country can become the future leaders. And we want to create probably the second Mahatma Gandhi, the second Prime Minister Narendra Modi, or second Chief Minister of the state leader. We need the young people to be supported. And you need to mix them with technical and core skills, leadership and industry integration. This will help. And this is what we are doing at Fuel at my small level, and I always say we are attempting to solve the problem. A large of innovation can be done, created at the grassroots, and society can be helpful, and NGO leaders and civil society leaders can do. A journey of identifying beneficiaries, the grassroots people, and making them happen, mobilizing and mapping the disbursement is something which we all can do and create the passion for all of you. What's in it for you? If I want to show you this, and this is what my last slide is. If Harvard Business School is Harvard because somebody from Harvard donated the money to Harvard. Judge Business School, my alumni, is become a Judge Business School because somebody donated and thought of giving. So today's thought of giving should be there in your mind, and if you give and create institutions and legacy, it can help for the country. My appeal to the CSR leaders is, if you really want to create legacy and create innovations at grassroots and build institutions beyond your marketing and beyond your impact, help social entrepreneurs who are solving the most social complex problem open-handedly, give them unrestricted funds, and they will do the work probably which 10 or 20 years companies or corporates are not able to do. I cannot share my journey in 15-20 minutes, but I have a copy of my book called Fuel Your Dreams. I have sold 1 lakh copies of that. I've gone to IIMs, gone to IITs, even gone abroad universities to deliver those sessions, and definitely do read about it. It will transform your life, I can tell you, and fuel your dreams by making it happen, because together we can and we will make the difference. I was 19-year-old when I got the money and I started an organization, made an institution, and now leading corporates are supporting it. I appeal to all of you, if you have an idea, make it happen. Business entrepreneurs are celebrated in economic times and Shark Tanks, but social entrepreneurs are not celebrated. But the next decade you will see the social entrepreneurs would be equivalent to like Shark Tanks. All these CSR leaders who are here with us will be the celebrities of the nation, and they will be equally celebrated the way Economic Times celebrates the business startups, because the social stock exchange is around the corner, and you will get not only valuation, but values in making the work done in the society. With this, I thank you all for listening me. Thank you very much.